In today's math lesson, we're going to identify independent and dependent variables. In a real-world situation, the independent variable is what makes stuff happen. It's the cause. You could even say that it is the driving force. So the independent variable in an equation is x. All right. The dependent variable, as a result, is the result of something that happened. It's the effect created by a cause. You could say it's the product of some driving force. And in an equation, the dependent variable is typically written as y or f of x. In example 1, we're going to look at this situation to determine what is the independent variable and what is the dependent variable. For a business meeting, Julie is making copies of her presentation. Great. The more people who plan to attend, the more copies Julie will have to make. Okay, so this is the cause and effect relationship right here. And that's what you have to ask yourself is, okay, so do the number of people cause there to be more copies made? Or do more copies cause people to show up? Okay, so you know from your own personal experiences that more people who attend, that is going to be the driving force. This is the cause. And as a result, the effect is I have to have more supplies. I have to make more copies. Therefore, since P is the driving force, it's the cause, it makes things happen. More people make more copies need to happen, then P is my independent variable, not C. And there you go. In example 2, we will look at this real-world situation to determine which of the variables is the independent and which is the dependent. So Charlie works as a consultant at a software company. Great. The amount of his annual bonus is based on the number of hours that he works. Okay, here is the cause and effect relationship. So we can look at this and say the amount of his annual bonus, money, is based upon the hours that he works. Okay, so we know about relationships between money and work. So does work make money happen, or does money make work happen? Let's see. So in most of our real-world situations, the number of hours that you work, that is the cause. It is the driving force. It is what makes money happen. Therefore, the bonus, that is the effect. Because we know that this bonus is what we're all after when we work longer hours. Since the hours is what he worked and hours is H, then hours is our independent variable. Answer B. And there you go. In our third example, we are looking at this real-world situation to determine which of the variables is independent and which is dependent. At a deli counter, the weight of a customer's order determines the price. Oh yeah. So this is where you go up and you ask, hey, I need to know how much it's going to cost for me to get a pound of lunch meat or 2 pounds of fresh pasta. Okay, so we look at this. We have weight and we have price. Does weight make the price change? Or does the price cause the weight to change? So we know that what you buy is based off of the weight. So the weight is your cause. So the weight determines the price. The weight has an effect on how much you're going to pay the price. So W for weight is independent. And again, we have B as our answer. There you go. In example 4, we have a real-world situation where we have to determine which of the variables is independent and which is dependent. Clara is planning on inviting some friends to go to the beach with her family. That's nice of her. The number of extra seats available in the car will determine how many friends she can invite. Okay, so here's the cause and effect relationship that we're looking at. The number of extra seats available in the car will determine how many friends she can invite. Okay, so does extra seats allow you to invite people, or are you inviting people and hoping that you will have extra seats? Which comes first? Yeah, so you must have extra seats in order to be able to invite people, because you can't invite them if you have no way to get them there. That's just rude. And as a result of having extra seats, then we know the number of friends is the effect, because that's the number of friends that she can invite to go with them. So the independent variable is the seats, that's S. S is independent, and our answer is A. There you go. On our fifth and final example, we will again look at a real-world situation and then determine the variables as to being independent or dependent. So while on vacation, Allie plans to write some postcards to her friends. That's very nice of her. The number of postcards she can send depends on how many stamps she has. Okay, so here is the wrestling of our cause and effect relationship. The number of postcards that she can send depends on how many stamps she has. So from that piece of information, are we going to say that the number of postcards she can send is caused by the number of stamps she has, or the number of stamps she has causes how many postcards she can send? All right, so we see right here, depends on how many stamps she has. That's what came first. So the stamps, this is our cause. And as a result, the sending of the postcard, that's my result. That is my effect. So the stamps is the cause, that is S, as my independent variable. So I have B as my final answer. And there you go.